My Hampton base ceiling fan is stuck on high. I bought a new remote and aligned the dip switches on the fan in the remote. The light/dimmer function works, but not the fan. It won't even shut off. Do you have any thoughts on how to fix/troubleshoot this?
Hello. My name is. I will be happy to assist you with your electrical question. My goal is to exceed your expectations on JustAnswer. 1. Does the fan have 2 pull chains for controlling the light kit as well as the fan speed? 2. Is the remote receiver located inside the ceiling fan canopy cover or inside the motor housing cover? 3. What are the wire colors from the fan wiring harness? 1 black, 1 white, 1 blue and 1 green? 4. Do you have an AC voltmeter available to measure for voltage if needed? 5. Have you tried using a different combination for the 4-position dip switch settings at both the receiver as well as at the handheld transmitter? The settings need to match and be identical in both locations.
Hi Kevin, thanks for helping me. I'll answer your questions in order. I really hope you can help me figure it out. Before I specifically answer, I should say that before I got a new remote and aligned the switches, it was turning off and switching speeds sometimes. Now it seems to only be stuck on high. 1. Does the fan have 2 pull chains for controlling the light kit as well as the fan speed? There are no external chains or switches. The whole unit is controlled remotely, and the 1 light switch that is on the wall. 2. Is the remote receiver located inside the ceiling fan canopy cover or inside the motor housing cover? It is located inside the motor housing cover, toward the bottom part of the fan, under the lights. 3. What are the wire colors from the fan wiring harness? 1 black, 1 white, 1 blue and 1 green. I think they are what you described. I put the cover back on 4. Do you have an AC voltmeter available to measure for voltage if needed? No, I don't have one of those. 5. Have you tried using a different combination for the 4-position dip switch settings at both the receiver as well as at the handheld transmitter? The settings need to match and be identical in both locations. I have tried different combinations. At first the fan was number 1 down, and the other 3 up, so I just matched the remote. Then when it didn't work, I pushed number 1 and number 2 up and the rest were down. I didn't go through all of the options, but at least switched it once.
Thank you for the replies. 1. As long as the dip switch settings are an identical match with the receiver and the transmitter, you are good there. 2. A more likely problem may be that the fan capacitor has become faulty. A faulty fan capacitor will often have burnt or melting indications on the exterior plastic capacitor housing. The fan capacitor is responsible for starting and regulating the fan motor speeds. Fan capacitors can be tested while deinstalled from the circuit, but you would require a digital voltmeter that has the capability to measure capacitance in UF microfarads. If a faulty capacitor, this will need to be replaced with an identical cap value, otherwise the fan motor speeds may not work properly. Fan capacitors are rated in UF microfarads. Refer to the link shown below that explains ceiling fan capacitors. http://www.ceilingfansandmore.com/ceilingfancapacitors.php also shown below is an internet supplier that we refer many of our JustAnswer ceiling fan customers to, for fan replacement parts. Unfortunately, you will not be able to purchase a replacement capacitor at Home Depot or Lowe's, since they don't sell them. http://ceilingfans.com/capacitors_ceiling_fans.html3, FYI. Unfortunately, Hampton Bay ceiling fans are problematic as their remote receivers or capacitors or pull chain switches have a history of a high failure rate as compared to other ceiling fan manufacturers such as Casablanca or Hunter brands. The Hampton Bay brand is the #1 ceiling fan that us experts here respond to troubleshooting ceiling fan questions for our JustAnswer customers. Hope this helps. If you have any additional questions, let me know and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Otherwise, don't forget to rate me before you log off. The next time you have an electrical question, you can also request for me at http://www.justanswer.com/homeimprovement/expert your electrician. Thanks. Kevin.
Hi Kevin, this is very helpful information about the inter workings of fans, but it sounds way over my head in terms of fixing the fan. I don't have any of the stuff you mentioned, so I'm back to having somebody else look at it. While your answers were very thorough, it wasn't terribly practical for me. Do you know how the payment works? I do want to give you a height rating, but have a hard time paying the $16 since it leaves me in the same place. Please let me know on how this usually works, as this is my first time working with JustAnswer. Thank you, Dave.
Dave. No problem. I understand that most customers may not have a meter to measure for capacitor values. Since the payout value in your question is $8, JustAnswer will receive $8 and the expert receives $8 if the expert rating is positive. If the expert is not rated, I believe that JA gets the $8 and I know the expert receives $0. I would need to ask customer service if they receive the $8 on that to confirm, as I only answer electrical questions here and am not sure of the JA payment policies on unrated questions. JA also offers a money-back guarantee and no questions asked if not satisfied. Let me know and I can forward your question over to our customer service department and they can assist you. Thanks. Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. I actually have one more question that would likely make it worth it. Is there a way to just disable the fan, so the light still works, but the fan is permanently off? If so, I can just do that and wait to replace the fan later, not a Hampton Bay. Thanks, Dave.
The fan receiver should have 3 output connections that connect to the fan wiring harness, 1 neutral, 1 black to the motor and 1 blue to the light kit. You would need to locate the connection for the fan motor. Most likely the fan motor wire will be a black and the light kit will be a blue wire. Once you locate the fan motor wire that is connected to the receiver, turn the circuit breaker to the off position and remove that splice and then cap off the receiver output wire that was connected to the fan motor using a plastic wire nut. This will no longer provide power to the fan motor, but the light kit will still work from the handheld transmitter. Reply back to me and let me know if this is what you have.
Thanks so much, Kevin. My kids are running around now, so I will have to wait until later to tackle this. Either way, I will go ahead and mark excellent for all of your help. Will that close the conversation, or will I still be able to check in with you later when I open it back up? Thanks.
No problem, Dave, glad to assist. Rating will not close out the question. Just come back to this same question as you have been. I am logged on here every day, usually afternoons and evenings. No need to create a new question, just come back to this same one. I will be notified via email or I will see you out here. Either way, I will get back to you. Hello Dave, thank you for the excellent service rating as well as the bonus. Much appreciated. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Take care and have a great evening. Thanks again. Kevin.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/YTHI.